What if I told you that the richest people in America pay less taxes than you do? What if I told you that some billionaires pay $0 in federal income tax? What if I told you there's a secret playbook? And tonight, we're going to crack it open. My name is John, and what you're about to hear will change everything you think you know about money and power. Because while you're paying 22% of your income to the government, while you're working overtime just to make ends meet, the ultra-rich are playing a completely different game. And they're winning. Here's a fact that will make your blood boil. Jeff Bezos, worth over $170 billion, paid zero federal income tax in 2007 and 2011. Warren Buffett, worth $118 billion, paid zero federal income tax in 2010. Elon Musk, worth $250 billion, paid zero federal income tax in 2018. But here's the kicker. In those same years, these men got richer by billions of dollars. How is this possible? The answer lies in three words that will haunt you forever: buy, borrow, die. This is their secret formula. This is how they stay rich while you stay broke. It's 2018. A billionaire sits in his mansion. His assistant walks in with tax documents. "Sir, you owe $0 in federal taxes this year." "Perfect," he replies. "Now go buy me another company." This isn't fiction. This is reality. Here's how it works. Step 1. They buy. Rich people don't get salaries like you. And me. Instead, they buy assets, stocks, real estate, companies, art. These assets grow in value, but here's the secret. They don't pay taxes on this growth until they sell. This is called unrealized gains. And unrealized gains are invisible to the taxman. Step 2. They borrow. Instead of selling their assets and paying taxes, they borrow money against those assets. Banks love lending to billionaires. Their collateral is worth billions. So they get loans at interest rates as low as 1%. They use this borrowed money to live like kings. No salary, no taxes, just borrowed money. Step 3. They die. When they die, their heirs inherit the assets at current market value. This is called the stepped-up basis. All those unrealized gains, gone, erased, forgotten. The debt, often forgiven or wiped out with a fraction of the inheritance. Taxes avoided. Billions of dollars. This strategy has been used for over 100 years, and it's completely legal. But wait, there's more. Let me take you to a place that doesn't exist on any map you've seen. The Cayman Islands. Population: 65,000 people. Number of registered companies: over 100,000. That's more companies than people. Here's what's really happening there. One building, one address. Inside are the headquarters of 40,000 companies. Companies that exist only on paper. Their only job? To make rich people's money disappear from tax collectors. Apple has $246 billion sitting in Ireland. Google has $139 billion in Bermuda. Microsoft has $142 billion in Puerto Rico. These companies use something called the double Irish with a Dutch sandwich. Yes, that's the real name. And no, it has nothing to do with food. In 2017, Apple paid just a 1.8% tax rate on international profits. You probably paid more in sales tax on your morning coffee. Let me tell you about Michael. Michael inherited $50 million from his father, but on paper, he's worth negative $2 million. How? His family created a family limited partnership. They put all their assets inside, then gave Michael units in the partnership with restrictions. He can't sell them easily. He can't control them fully. Because of those restrictions, the IRS valued them at 90%, less than their real worth. So Michael inherits $50 million in real assets, but pays inheritance tax on only $5 million. Taxes saved, $18 million. And this happens every single day in America. Here's another story. Sarah, a billionaire's daughter. For her 18th birthday, her father gave her a gift. $1 billion worth of company stock, but the IRS says it's worth only $100 million. Why? Because the stock comes with a 30-year restriction. She can't sell it. She can't transfer it. That restriction makes it look worthless to the IRS, but in 30 years, when it lifts, that stock will be worth $10 billion. Taxes avoided, $3.6 billion. Now, here's where it gets interesting. You don't need billions to use some of these strategies. Take the backdoor Roth. You contribute to a traditional IRA, then convert it immediately to a Roth. No. Income limits. No restrictions. Peter Thiel used this to turn $2,000 into $5 billion. Tax-free. Or the Augusta rule. If you rent your home for 14 days or less per year, you pay 0 taxes on that rental income. Business owners rent their own homes for corporate. Events. They get a deduction. And tax-free income, or the conservation easement. Rich people donate development rights to land. They keep using the land, but claim massive tax deductions, sometimes 10 times what they paid. Still legal, still used, but here's what they don't want you to know. While the rich pay nothing, the middle class carries the entire burden. The top 1% owns 32% of all wealth, but they pay only 25% of all taxes. The average American pays 13.3% of their income in taxes. The average billionaire, 8.2%. This isn't an accident. It's by design. The tax code is 75,000 pages long. It's designed to confuse. It's designed to benefit those who can afford armies of lawyers and accountants. While you struggle with TurboTax, they exploit every loophole. Imagine if every American knew these secrets. Imagine if everyone used them. The government would collect nothing. Roads wouldn't be built. Schools wouldn't be funded. The entire system would collapse. But here's the scarier truth. What if nothing changes? What if the rich keep getting richer? What if the middle class disappears? In 1970, the richest 1% owned 10% of all wealth. Today, they own 32%. By 2050, they could own 50%. We're heading toward a world where 1,000 families own everything, and the rest of us own nothing. This isn't conspiracy. This is mathematics. But something is changing. People are waking up. Young Americans are refusing to play by the old rules. They're starting businesses. They're investing. They're learning the same strategies the rich use. The information age has changed everything. Secrets once hidden are now online. Knowledge that cost millions to access is now free, and that terrifies the establishment. Because their power depends on your ignorance. Their wealth depends on your compliance. Their system depends on your silence. But you're not ignorant anymore. You're not compliant anymore. And you're definitely not silent anymore. Here's what you must remember. The tax system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed, to keep the rich rich, and the poor poor. But now you know their secrets. Now you can play their game. The question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you stay a victim of the system? Or will you become a master of it? The choice is yours. But choose quickly, because while you're deciding, they're getting richer, and time is running out. If this opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button, because this is just the beginning. We're going to expose every secret, we're going to reveal every loophole, and we're going to teach you how to win the game they never wanted you to play. Welcome to the revolution.